Okay, welcome to the class today. I thought we could look at the usage of articles, indefinite articles, that's a or an, and definite articles, that's the, and also no article, in some of Charles Dickens's books. And so we have here A Tale of Two Cities, but in a second we will move on to Martin Chuzzlewit. Yeah, that's also by Charles Dickens. It's a fantastic book. And so let's have a look how he starts this story. And you might notice that straight away it's called A Tale of Two Cities. Now there's nothing wrong with saying the tale of two cities, and I say this because I often talk to my foreign students about the noun of noun. But you can have a noun of noun, especially when you use it to say this is just one story of two cities among many. But there's nothing wrong with calling it the tale of two cities. That's also correct, okay? And it's just a slightly different meaning when you use the a. It just sounds less specific. Okay, so let's read the start of this story because I think it will be interesting to my English language, Master English Language students and to my Master English Grammar students. Okay, have a look at this. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. We had everything before us, we had nothing before us. We were all going direct to heaven, we were all going direct the other way. In short, the period was so far like the present period that some of its noisiest authorities insisted on its being received, for good or for evil, in the superlative degree of comparison only. Okay, so the first thing to notice is there's not actually a single a in that opening paragraph. And the reason why we need the in the first part is because we always use the with superlatives, and he even tells you that he's using all these superlatives. Yeah, so it was the best of times, you can't say a best of times. It was the worst of times, you can't say a worst. Now I must admit, when you get onto this part, you can say it was an age of wisdom, it was an age of foolishness, it was an epoch of belief, it was an epoch of incredulity, it was a season of light, it was a season of darkness, it was a spring of hope, it was a winter of despair. You can actually change all of those in that part to a instead of the, to a noun of noun instead of the noun of noun. Now why can you do that? Well, it's because you're starting each one with it was, it was, it was. And when you do this with the verb to be, especially there was and it was, you, generally speaking, you're introducing things into existence. You are setting the scene. And when you set the scene, you very often use an indefinite article. Yeah, like there is a God. That we don't say there is God. Yeah, when you're just talking about the existence of God and affirming the existence of God. And even though you're a monotheist, you only believe in one God, you still say there is a God. Okay, and so because of this, you can actually change all of these, where it's the noun of noun, to a, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's grammatically correct. Nonetheless, I think I understand precisely why it sounds better with the, and why Charles Dickens chose to use the definite article each time, and that's because it sounds more superlative. Yeah, if you say an age of wisdom, it just sounds like one of many. So it can't be the one and only age of wisdom, which sounds superlative, yeah? And we straight away start with these superlatives. The best, the worst, the age of wisdom, the age of foolishness. It sounds like a very specific age, and it sounds like the only one. Whereas an age of wisdom,